Hello and welcome. The transportation sector is very vast, and findings have proven that every aspect of it is quite lucrative. So on the program today, we'll be beaming our searchlight on the haulage business. That is the aspect that we'll be looking at. I want to welcome you very sincerely to another edition of The Movers on STV. My name is Desmond Nwachukwu, and you know how we do it on the program. I take a break right about now, pay some bills, and I'll be back in a moment. When I return, I'll let you have an idea of what we've got for you on the lineup of the program this week. My name is Desmond Nwachukwu, and it's always exciting to know that you're there. Please stay with us.
From 1933, when it began operations as Motor Transport Union, till it was restructured under Decree 21 and 22 of 1978, later amended by Decree 1 of 1999 and published in the Official Gazette No. 6, Volume 65 of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria has contributed immensely to the development of Nigeria's economy. As a union backed by law, RTEAN, under the pragmatic leadership of Alhaji Musa Mohammed, is set to play its role in the transformation and reformation of the transportation sector. With a well-established structure in Nigeria's 774 local government areas and about 10 million membership strength, Alhaji Musa Mohammed is poised to lead RTEAN into productive partnership with government at all levels to ensure your comfort. RTEAN, the mover of the nation's economy, is committed to making Nigeria a better place for all. For more information, visit www.rtean.org.ng. Uproad Super!
College of Broadcasting, Abeokuta, COBAB, an affiliate of Crescent University, Abeokuta, offers veritable opportunity to build a career in broadcasting. With our 70% practical and 30% theoretical training strategy, this world-class broadcast specialized training institute is poised to cultivate professionalism by grooming skilled individuals of immense value to broadcast industry and the business world. Our diploma and certificate courses provide students with an in-depth understanding and professional finesse in content creation, content marketing, content management, and digital communication strategies as an addition to the relevant courses. To enroll, candidate must possess 5 O-level credit passes in not more than 2 sittings. A diploma certificate from College of Broadcasting guarantees direct entry into Crescent University. Admission is in progress. For more information, call 0913-993-9595 or 0704-892-4593 or visit College of Broadcasting at Glass House or Pakwadibe, Abeokuta, Ogun State. College of Broadcasting, Abeokuta. Knowledge first.
All right, welcome back. You're still watching The Movers, and so straight away we join Toluwaleke Ali on the trending news segment of the program. That's the segment where she takes us through happenings in the transportation sector in the week gone by. We'll be right back. Enjoy this.
Hello, welcome to the trending news segment on The Movers. In the maritime sector, the Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu declared that there will be no going back on the actualization of the Ondo Deep Sea Port project embarked upon by his administration. The governor, however, noted that though arrangements had been concluded on the project, the approval and declaration from the federal government was causing delay in the takeoff of the project. Still in the maritime sector, the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, has said that the Federal Executive Council has approved 2.7 billion naira for the clearing of outstanding security assets of the Deep Blue project. Director General of NIMASA, Dr. Bashir Jamo, stated this at a recent meeting. In the road transportation sector, a non-governmental organization has appealed to the governor of Osun State, Adegboyega Oyetola, to ensure immediate reconstruction of the major road passing through Ede Township in the state. The group said the reconstruction of the Akoda-Okegada road across 3 local government areas would save lives and reduce the untold hardships being experienced by people in the communities. Over now to the aviation sector. Nigerian actress and media personality Toke Makinwa shared her unpleasant experience at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, due to poor ventilation. Makinwa tweeted that on arrival at the airport, she was met with heat at the arrival section, which had no functioning air conditioners. Still in the aviation sector, for allegedly refusing and denying a passenger on wheelchair from boarding and accessing their airline, a human rights organization under the aegis of Disability Rights Protection Initiative has dragged Dana Air Limited to Justice F.O. Giwa Ogunbanjo of a federal high court in Enugu, demanding 550 million naira damages. The airline was said to have, on August 5, 2021, refused and denied a passenger, Gloria Nwogbo, from boarding and accessing their airline in Akano Ibiam Airport, Enugu, on the ground that she was disabled after purchasing her air ticket and obtaining her boarding pass. And lastly, in the aviation sector, the federal government has averted aviation unions' industrial unrest scheduled to kick off on February 8th. The suspension was due to a satisfactory response to the two issues affecting the unions. And finally, in rail transportation, three construction companies have dragged the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, and the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, to a federal high court in Abuja over alleged unlawful award of 190-kilometer rail line construction contract to a Chinese firm without due process. Amechi and Malami, the Federal Ministry of Transportation, and China Civil Engineering Construction Company were sued. That ends the trending news in the transportation sector for this week. I am Toluwale K.
All right, moving on the program, this is the interactive segment, and you know that this is the segment where we engage critical stakeholders in the transportation sector. I told you that we're looking at the haulage segment of the transportation sector in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Who is our guest on the program today? Take a look at his profile.
Engineer Engr Animashaun is a civil engineering product of the Polytechnic Ibadan. His interest is in highway and transportation option. His firm, Baron & Bond Nigerian Limited, specializes in haulage, importation of plants and equipment leasing, civil engineering construction, and supplies of construction materials, including haulage granite and other mined products, including sand, feldspar kaolin, mics, limestone shell, among others. Engineer, as he is fondly called, has been into haulage business for over 40 years, as he inherited the haulage business from his father, who was at a time the sole distributor of Leyland products in Ogun State. He is a member of the Truck Owners Association of Nigeria and currently the chairman zonal task force of the association. Engineer Engr Animashaun, the director, Baron & Bond Nigerian Limited. He is widely traveled and happily married with kids.
All right, like I said, let me start this way. Haulage business, made to understand, is a part of transportation.
Transportation, yes.
And I know that when you talk about transportation, particularly the haulage business, you know that the guru. You have been in it for decades now. Now let's start by looking at what it means to be practicing haulage business in Nigeria. What's your experience like?
I think, like I said, I've been in this business for quite a while, by virtue of the fact that my parents did the same thing, and my father, to be precise, and I've been learning from there. I went to school, I came in, and we also decided to use the experiences we've had in school by virtue of the courses we read to also improve the practice. But so far, I would say right now, it's not really looking good.
Why?
The signs, the indicators, and all not in favor of the business. We are having a lot of challenges. And the bulk of it, the major part of it, has to do with government policies. It's like government is not getting things right. Things are just going from bad to worse.
Are you talking about government at the state level or at the federal level?
Government at the federal level, government at the state level, then maybe a little from the local government, because right now the local government is almost going into extinction. They are not really very functional. You go to a lot of developed countries, a lot of them have perfect, in fact, they depend on the perfect transportation system that they've put in place. The air, on land, and the seas. You know, you have so much alternative, you have so many things to play with, you have so much options. Here, we don't really have that kind of luxury. You understand? I had a very terrible experience sometime just a few months back. I needed to move a machine from the Apapa port. And you could imagine it's going to cost me almost 1.4 million to move a machine just from the port to either anywhere in Lagos or outside, or bringing it down to Abeokuta. That is almost the cost of moving the same machine from Europe to Nigeria by ship. So many things are wrong. And I guess it's either the government doesn't care to really see that so much is being lost. It's not by only the operators, but even the government itself is not really looking at the huge potentials, the huge financial resources that is hanging in the transport sector.
When you say huge resources, actually, it caught my fancy. Are you by any means suggesting that this business of yours is lucrative enough for government to pay attention to it?
Haulage is just a small aspect of the transport business, but the transport business is any government that neglects its transport system is doing so at its own peril. Honestly, there's so much. Look at, I'm not saying, take a look at the most developed countries in the world. Take a look at China. Take a look at Dubai. Take a look at US. Take a look at UK. Take a look at France, Germany, and look at the first thing they develop is the transport system. When that is done, it's easy for a lot of other things to fall in place. Agbara has the highest concentration of industries all over Nigeria. I don't think there is any other spot or any other place in the whole of this country that has it is an industrial estate. It houses, so how can the government anywhere afford to leave the road to Agbara undone, untarred, unfixed for years, not months? You have finished products coming out from there, you have raw materials going in there, you know, and every day you see trucks falling, you know, spilling their contents. And I mean, when companies record this kind of losses, how can they keep afloat? How can they stay afloat? It's not possible. So what you see is over time, you know, companies start folding up one after the other, which is what is happening in this country. The companies that are still on are barely staying afloat. You know, they have to contend with so many things, so many wrong government policies, so many issues, you want to import, you bring in your goods, it takes so many days and hours because of bottlenecks around the port to get some of these things in. You know, you finish these things, you realize you cannot even, because of all the problems around the port, you cannot even go in there to go and pick the products. And, you know, demurrage keeps accumulating. And at the end of the day, you have to put all these costs on your finished product. So if the finished product is coming at the cost that is much, much more too high, how do the masses, how do people patronize you? How do you do it? So at the end of the day, you have to go and look for an environment that makes doing business for you easier, that makes it more profitable. The last time we had an engagement with government, they were telling us, well, we don't really have money to construct road. That is why no sane government should come up with that kind of excuse. There is so much money in transportation, there is so much money in knowledge that the sector is self-sustaining. And apart from self-sustaining, it will also give money, a lot of money to government to do other things. Look at the roads to most of our quarries here. As we still speak, they are still in deplorable conditions. So many things could be done. There are alternative roads there. From Obele, there are roads leading to Kobakwe, leading to a lot of other places there that could be brought up. It doesn't have to be a 4-lane road. It doesn't have to be an express road. Even a single carriageway will do it. Once those roads are developed, automatically everywhere around there becomes developed. You know, we have a trailer park. We've sometimes requested that we do not want traffic within town. Our trucks mostly don't have anything doing within the Abeokuta metropolis because our quarries are not in town. Our quarries are at the outskirts. And 70-75% of our products go to Lagos. So if our quarries are in that axis, and we have a road that will take us from that axis to link Kobakwe and onward the express without really coming into Abeokuta metropolis, why not? It makes it easier for everybody. We would have reduced the friction that the vehicles are having with other frictions within town. We would have reduced the problem of students and other vehicular issues within town. Then too, the road that the government did itself within town would last longer than they expect, because we are having the heavy vehicles being taken away from the town centers. Then it also reduces haulage time. If you have to move from here to Lagos, you don't have to come and transit through Abeokuta again. It's shorter for you to move from those places straight to the Kobakwe, then onward to wherever you're going. So it would have solved a lot of problems. Even if it involves them doing the roads, then tolling them, putting a toll gate on them, it would have made a lot of difference. Because I would prefer to use that money to pay for toll than having to bring back the truck and being at the mechanics, coming to change spring, busted tires and all the rest. It's cost more, to ply the bad roads than it is going to cost me to say, okay, I have a good road. If it's going to cost me an extra 500 or 1,000 just to transport through that place. And if you do feel you don't want to, pass through where you pay 500 or 1,000, you can then decide to say, well, I want to pass through a longer route.
Are you suggesting that government are not sincere, are not ready to make the positive difference in the transportation sector?
They are only scratching things on the surface. They are not. They are not. And that is the truth. If there is anybody who needs to, we need to talk to ourselves in a language that we understand. I won't be part of people that will sit down and will start giving a wrong impression of what is not.
What is the future of the haulage business in Nigeria?
Well, right. I hope things will change. I hope the present scenario could change. If it does, then we still have a future. But if it doesn't, I feel we might have serious issues. I feel we might have serious issues. The government must be seen to really mean well for that sector. Right now, the problem is multifaceted. From the issue of fueling to the issue of spare parts to the issue of, purchase of all these vehicles to the issue of roads, to the issue of government policies itself concerning revenue and ticketing and all the rest. One, the amount being collected. Two, the means of collection.
You were talking about government being, guarantor between the manufacturers and the end users, instead of those ones leaving their manufactured vehicles lying fallow in their plant.
Yeah, because this is what I say. Like I said, exchange, because of the way Nigerians are, the issue of handing money over to people or to an organization or to a union or to having a bank, it's usually very complex. Why not just facilitate the product itself? We're talking about if there is a factory that is into production of trucks and the government says, okay, I want to discuss, at the state level, I am standing in as the state government, all I want to do is a guarantor. If they fail to pay, the payment will be done. But I am going to make sure they get the payment done. They get a bank involved, you bring in the vehicles, and you say, okay, for the interested union, we want to go through the unions. The unions, your people better. Oh, we have 500 trucks that is available on first come, first serve basis. Each one of them is costing about 20 million. Your own counterpart funding for a starter, if you're interested, is 5 million. If I have 20 million and I'm thinking of buying a truck, I could get into the scheme and pay my 5 million and say, okay, I'm interested in 4, if it's available. And then if I have a fleet of 4 and they are working and constantly bringing, I don't see any reason why the money that is meant to be balanced would not be paid. I'm talking about trucks that have their, registered in government name or the bank's name until the money is being paid. Most of them come in with their trackers and a lot of other things so that you can monitor. You can be sure the trucks are on ground. These are not cars, these are not buses. We've seen some of, the schemes that government tried in the past that worked. At least even if the car thing did not, most of those cars that, came in during Amazon's time that were meant to be used as public transport are not on the road anymore. But some of these buses, we are still seeing them. They are product of those particular scheme. I don't understand why the government then did not continue with the scheme, But we're also saying we are suggested to extend it to trucks. Let us be able to, most people, most transporters cannot afford to buy new trucks. But the government will be helping itself by providing new trucks to those who are in this field, and then we would have reduced and we will start eliminating gradually all the other old trucks that we have on the roads that is causing so much of a problem, causing so much. Today a container falls in Lagos, tomorrow a container falls somewhere, a flatbed with cement falls somewhere, and all because of the age of most of these trucks. You know, so if we start on this scheme, by the time it is getting to about 5 or 6 years, we would have been able to eliminate sizably a lot of the old trucks that we are having. So that is why I said, to a part, I would want to toe his line, but I wouldn't want to toe his line as far as saying, well, make money available for that purpose. We've seen them make money available for people who want to go into agric, and at the end of the day, people have collected money and come up with stories.
All right.
That this is what happened.
Well, Engineer Engr, Animashaun, thank you very much for talking to us.
You're welcome, You're welcome, my brother.
From 1933, when it began operations as Motor Transport Union, till it was restructured under Decree 21 and 22 of 1978, later amended by Decree 1 of 1999 and published in the Official Gazette No. 6, Volume 65 of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria has contributed immensely to the development of Nigeria's economy. As a union backed by law, RTAN, under the pragmatic leadership of Alhaji Musa Mohammed, is set to play its role in the transformation and reformation of the transportation sector. With a well-established structure in Nigeria's 774 local government areas and about 10 million membership strength, Alhaji Musa Mohammed is poised to lead RTAN into productive partnership with government at all levels to ensure your comfort. RTAN, the mover of the nation's economy, is committed to making Nigeria a better place for all. For more information, visit www.rtaan.org.ng. Uproad Super!
College of Broadcasting, Abeokuta, COBAB, an affiliate of Crescent University, Abeokuta, offers veritable opportunity to build a career in broadcasting. With our 70% practical and 30% theoretical training strategy, this world-class broadcast specialized training institute is poised to cultivate professionalism by grooming skilled individuals of immense value to broadcast industry and the business world. Our diploma and certificate courses provide students with an in-depth understanding and professional finesse in content creation, content marketing, content management, and digital communication strategies as an addition to the relevant courses. To enroll, candidates must possess 5 O-level credit passes in not more than 2 sittings. A diploma certificate from College of Broadcasting guarantees direct entry into Crescent University. Admission is in progress. For more information, call 0913-993-9595 or 0704-892-4593 or visit College of Broadcasting at Glass House or Pakwadibe, Abeokuta, Ogun State. College of Broadcasting, Abeokuta. Knowledge first.
All right, like I always say, whatever has beginning will certainly have an end. That's the size of our package this week. And God willing, we'll return again in 7 days with another bumper package. We want to thank all our sponsors for throwing their weight behind this program. And we appreciate you for always being a part of it. You can just keep the conversation going by taking advantage of any of the contacts displayed on your screen. God willing, like I always say, we'll meet again in 7 days. Until then, please stay out of trouble. My name is Desmond Wachuku. Bye-bye. God bless Nigeria.